What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I have no idea what my plan is for this video. I don't have no idea what my plan for the future is. I have an idea of what I want, what my reality, what my life should be like. You know, the kind of content that I should be posting. But in reality, I have no idea. So let's talk about it. So this video is going to be about the 5 keys of success. What I have learned and what I have used, and many other people have, to see success happen in their lives. Whether that's a relationship, a career, money, doesn't matter what you want. Whatever it is, you can achieve it. Remember, whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve. I'm not one to really share too much information. In the past, I've tried to give out information to help people succeed in life, and it hasn't worked out too well for me. I feel like a lot of it has to do with what I have, right? My materialistic things, right? Maybe because I didn't have a brand new car or a brand new house, people didn't listen to me. But these qualities, these keys of success are universal. So be wise to use these. Be wise on watching this video, because I'm going to give you keys that I have used that have worked. Okay, they've worked in my life. I've manifested things within minutes, within just a few hours of me wanting it. And that's because I have learned the key. I have learned the recipe to success. And now I'm willing to give it out to you, to those listening, to those that are seeking. You shall find the truth. And here it is. If you guys are familiar with GIN, Global Information Network, Kevin Trudeau, he is one of the greatest. Kevin Trudeau is one of the greatest life coaches. He's a great life coach. He's a great mentor of his time, and he still is. This guy was sent to jail for the information he was putting out. So if that doesn't tell you enough already, then I don't know what else will convince you to listen to what I'm saying. But I recently bought his book, Your Wish is Your Command. Now, this book is a remake of a CD cassette tape that I used to listen to growing up. I was around the ages of 6, 10 years old when my dad used to play the cassette tape going to school. He used to play it going to the store, and I would be in the car with him. The cassette tape was playing consistently in my mind, planting seeds. And at a very early age, I learned that my emotions control what I attract to myself. Now, that's the law of attraction. The law of attraction states one thing like itself attracts another like thing. So, if I was in a state of being angry, if I was in a state of being sad, then I would attract more experiences that are similar or exactly alike to it. That is why, one good example that I like to use is, that's why whenever you're frustrated or angry, things just seem to tick you off just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. For example, let's say you're upset with somebody and you're just pacing around the house, just all angry, and next thing you know, you walk by the door and your sleeve gets caught in the door as you're trying to walk out. That has happened to me multiple times, and every time that happens, it's a sign to take a step back, to relax. Because, hey, pay attention. You're in a frequency, you're in a vibration of anger. You're going to attract more anger to yourself. Relax. Take a step back. Rewire yourself. Turn into a different frequency. That's what I learned. I learned that around the age of 15. So I've been practicing a lot of these keys of success for a very long time now. And that is why my life is so successful. That is why I have found peace. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm currently going through a conflict between good and evil within my mind, where between sin and purity. And a lot of it is reflected in the music that I make, which is a whole different topic. That's something else. I use music as an outlet to express myself of the dark thoughts that I've had. And that's I think everyone should have an outlet for that. But back to the video before we get off task, because I have thousands and billions of things that I would love to talk to you about all day. But I understand that time is a crucial thing. And I need to plan out how I'm going to put out these videos. I have no idea if I'm even going to put out this video. I don't know. Simply because when it comes to knowledge, a lot of people don't listen. Maybe because you're young, and maybe because you give off a certain type of vibe. Maybe they think it's wicked. Let me tell you something. When I was younger, I never really wanted to fit in. I never wanted to have a relationship. I never wanted a lot of money. I just wanted wisdom. I asked God for wisdom. My dad told me, ask God for wisdom because he will give you everything else after that. I later found out that that's what King Solomon did. King Solomon asked God for wisdom. He prayed for wisdom. And later on, he was able to experience all of these kingdoms, a great kingdom and so much wealth because he asked for wisdom first. Now, I'm here to give you wisdom. But are you going to take it, is the question. I hope you do, because you deserve to achieve everything you desire. And with Your Wish is Your Command, How to Manifest Your Desires by Kevin Trudeau. This book has the information, is the only guide that you need to succeed in life. It is true. This book has many secrets, many missing components to what is going to get those gears moving in your life. I'm going to tell you the first thing that I learned. All right? Time to get into it. First thing that I learned from this book, from the course, because this is a course. And many of you may or may not know, but I actually was a part of the GIN program, the Global Information Network. I was part of the program. I was paying for membership for a few years. I learned a lot of great information, but I stopped because my lack of commitment to study made me fall away, and I stopped, I was spending a lot of money on the membership, and I had to readjust. But I learned the key points. As long as I knew for a fact, as long as I had the key points together, then I can make anything happen. And eventually, I do want to get back into it. I want to get back into the community and the club. But for now, I think God has other plans for me. So here we are. But let me go ahead and grab my notes right here. So I have notes everywhere around, like my desk is a mess. I have notes everywhere about all these different things, and that is why I'm making this video, because hopefully me making these videos is going to motivate me, push me into organizing my thoughts and organizing my life. So if you can relate to that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, especially if you like free knowledge, if you like knowledge of the occult, knowledge of the universe, keys of success, keys of love, keys of money. If you want to know more about that, hit that subscribe button. But here we go. So in this little journal that I have a few notes in here. As you can see. Feel free to take a screenshot, chat. Feel free to take a screenshot. Take a screenshot if you like. But it says, Napoleon Hill, whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve. So you can achieve anything that you can believe. It is possible. Don't let anyone steal your dreams, no matter what. So the first concept that you must learn, that you must embed into your mind, is who do you listen to? In a world where so much information is out there, you can learn about anything at any given point. Who do you listen to? Specifically, when it came to this course, KT, Kevin Trudeau, spoke about success. Who do you listen to when it comes to success? Right? Who's going to be the best? Like, who do you listen to when it comes to success? Do you listen to the doctor? Do you listen to the fireman? Do you listen to the lawyer? Do you listen to the guru that says he made billions of dollars off of real estate? Do you listen to the guy that made tens of millions of dollars off of crypto? Who do you listen to when it comes to success? Well, first you need to figure out what your version of success is, which is a topic on its own. That's a whole bag of marbles right there. That's a whole nother topic. But figure out what is your success. And then figure out who do you listen to. Well, let me give you a little cheat sheet right here. You listen to the people that have what you want, that have the physical manifestation of what you want. Even better if the person that you're observing, the person that you're learning from, has been where you are, because they can give you the exact formula to get to where you want to go. So chat, who do you listen to? You listen to the people that have what you want, that have the physical manifestation of what you want. If that's a car, then you ask them, how did you get that car? What did you do to get that car? Who did you talk to? And if they were in a similar situation as you, even better, because that makes it so your belief becomes higher. Your belief at achieving it becomes better, becomes higher. You understand what I'm saying? Yes? Perfect. Let's keep going. Number 2, the second principle that is a key component to success. And that is your teachability index. What is the teachability index? Your teachability index is your willingness to be teachable. Your willingness to learn. Are you willing to learn? Once you find the guy that makes tens of billions of dollars, whether it's by real estate, whether by crypto, it does not matter. When you find that person that has what you want, what is your actual willingness to listen to them? What is your willingness to accept change? Because what if that person that you want to become is doing completely different things from what you're doing right now, has a completely different mindset from what you're doing right now, from what you have right now? A successful person has a growth mindset. Do you currently have a growth mindset? Maybe you do in some areas of your life, but maybe not all. You need to understand, why is that? You need to do some deep thinking, some deep introspection to figure out, what exactly do I want? What is my definition of success? And how am I able to achieve it? So teachability index. What is your willingness to learn? What is your willingness to accept change? That is deep. That is so crucial. Now, here's another thing. That I've learned from the mentor himself, the coach himself, Kevin Trudeau. This is what I've learned. All these different concepts, all these different principles of success. 5 minutes to learn, it's a lifetime to master. Don't be the person to say, okay, I got it. Oh, okay, I got it. Next one. Yeah. Okay, yeah. A teachability index. Okay, yeah. Who do you listen to? Listen to people who have what you want. Yeah. I get it. Next one. No, you're rushing it. Because your teachability index is a score of how teachable you are. The moment you say, I got it, is the moment that you don't have it. You don't have it. You're not that smart. I'm not that smart. And I had to humble myself to really take in this knowledge, to take in this wisdom. You have to slow down. You don't know everything. Neither do I. But we have to be considerate and say, hey, you're going too fast. You need to slow down. Take your time. Because these are key principles that will not only benefit you now, but benefit billions of people in the future. And I know KT, Kevin Trudeau, that is his mission. His mission is to give this information out to help everyone, to help those that are seeking for a way to succeed in this life. Because this life is made of this life is hell. This life sucks. I won't even lie to you, bro. It is one of the hardest things that we've ever had to do is live life. Don't get me started on the Matrix. Don't get me started on the system itself. Because we all know deep down what's actually going on, how things are actually run. And it's dark. It's scary. It's traumatic. But these principles, this book, the cassette tapes, this knowledge here is what freed me from that cell. It freed me from myself. If I could only choose 2 books to ever have in my life, I would choose this book, The Wish Is Your Command, and I would choose the Bible, the King James Bible. That is it. I honestly don't need anything else in life. That would be it. Take your time with these principles. Take your time. All right, on to the next principle. Third principle is training balance scale. Now, I highly recommend if you're interested in mastering these principles, if you're interested in mastering these, check out the GIN program, check out the Global Information Network online, Kevin Trudeau, look him up on YouTube. He came out of jail not a few years ago, and he started to rebuild his empire. So there's a lot more information out there. He's posting a lot more content. He has a whole team, and it's very informational. It is amazing. The only thing is that it's not trending. It's not something trendy that you will find. It's information that you have to seek. Seek and you shall find. So I'm here to tell you, Global Information Network, it's fantastic. There's nothing like it. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where it's going to go. So I recommend you check it out. I recommend you start a journey with them because it's going to take you somewhere that you would never would have thought you would make it to. It's amazing. Now, I'm giving this information to you. I'm giving out this information to you because I love you. Not because I'm looking for views, not because I'm looking for someone to validate what I'm doing. I don't care about that stuff. It's because I love you and I want to see you succeed. That is why I'm giving this to you. I'm giving you a key to the future, a key to heaven on earth. And it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with it. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to post this. I don't even know if I should post this. It's insane. I have a fly going around my room right now, so I'm already having energies coming against me right now. And it's insane, bro. Life is really not what you think it is. It's warfare consistently. And this book, Your Wish Is Your Command, has the keys to remove that, to remove the warfare. It's just blessings upon blessings upon blessings and grace. It's like, wow. Why was this information hidden? Well, that's because they don't want competition. They don't want competition. And this information puts you at the top, especially if you take the time to master it. So the third one. So first one was, who do you listen to? Second, teachability index. What is your willingness to learn? What is your willingness to accept change? Third, the training balance scale. What is the training balance scale? Well, think about it as a scale, right? Balance and scale between your action and the thoughts. Keep in mind that 99.9% of manifestations are from your thoughts. Everything comes from the mind first. The 1%, the 0.00001% is the actual action. You have to see it in your mind before you take the action. That's why these successful football players, basketball players, NBA players, they always visualize it before they get on the field, before they get on the court. They always visualize it because it's all within the mind before you see it in reality. The reality is past tense. What you see in reality is the old news. Everything is within the mind. You're creating consistently within the mind. You're creating the future within the mind. And your physical manifestation is the past tense of it. I was thinking about this car. I want this car so bad. I can't wait until I have this car. I feel so good seeing myself driving this car. I feel so good driving this wonderful brand new car with the car smell, with the windows down, and it's like a sunny morning, and we're in June. It's feeling amazing. It's summer out. I have the sun shining through the window. Oh, it feels so good. That is what I'm manifesting. And the moment people see me in that car driving, they're gonna be like, "Dang, how'd you get that car, bro? Dang, what'd you do, bro? Give me the method, bro. Give me the method." I've been giving y'all the method already, bro. I've been giving y'all the secrets for so long. Y'all just never wanted to pay attention. And it's true. I mean, Jesus said it himself. A prophet is not welcome in his own home, in his own community. A prophet is not seen as a prophet in his community. And we're all prophets in our own ways, especially if we take the time to connect with the Most High. And that's another thing. These principles are spiritual because this is a spiritual world manifesting into physical. It's not the other way around. As within, so without. As above, so below. You know, we can talk about witchcraft and, you know, the Lesser Key of Solomon and all this dark magic stuff in another video. But the outer world is a manifestation of the inner world. If you take the time to plant the seeds, take the time to connect yourself with something higher than you, something holy, then you will see transformation faster than anything before. You will skip timelines. You will start looking younger with wisdom of future. Like, you become an old head but looking like a young buck, pretty much. Crazy, bro. Crazy. But yeah, going back to it. Training balance scale. Training balance scale is the thoughts and the actions. The thoughts are like dreams. Thoughts are the why. The thoughts include motion and thinking. The action is more resulted with skill, right? What it takes, the action in taking it, how it's going to get done. That's the action. A lot of the time, we're too focused on the how. We're too focused on the action. Oh, I want to make $1 billion, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. The how doesn't matter. Remember, that's the 0.0001%. The how is the very end. The how comes at the end. The why is the thought process. The why is everything. Why do you want $1 billion? Why do you want $1 million? That is what you need to focus on. That is where you need to put your time into. Figuring out, why do you want it? Why do you want success and fame? Why do you want that $1 billion, $2 billion? Why do you want to be successful in real estate? Why do you want to be successful in crypto, in gaming, in YouTube, in streaming? Why do you want it? You got to be honest. Well, because I want people to look at me like I'm the best ever. I want people to look at me and admire me. I want people to look up to me. I want something. You need to figure out what it is and be honest. Because in you being honest with yourself, you're being honest with God. And that is what's going to give you that breakthrough. Something's going to come up. You're going to get a sign. An opportunity is going to come up. But only when you're honest. A lot of us make choices that are not honest. We we buy the iced out chains, we buy the watches, we buy the car, and we don't even know why we're doing it. That's a waste. That's a waste. And don't do it because that other person did it, right? It's one thing to be inspired. If somebody buys a chain, you're like, damn, that's a nice chain. I want to get a chain like that. Okay, you can figure out why do you want a chain. You want a chain because you want people to see you and admire you, just as you are admiring this person. Yeah, cool, okay. So focus on that. Focus on being admired. Focus on being that person that other people can look up to. See, at that point, it's not even about the chain anymore. It's not even about the car anymore. It's about who you are, what your character is. And that's what people get wrong. That's where people lose themselves because they focus on the materialistic things. The material happens after the spiritual, happens after the thought. There's a fly going around. They don't like it. They don't like that I'm speaking. They don't like that I'm speaking right now. But yeah, the training balance scale, the actions and thoughts. Last but not least, the 4 steps of learning. Yes, the 4 steps of learning. What are the 4 steps of learning? There's 4 steps, right? In the beginning, you have unconscious incompetence. Then you have conscious incompetence. Conscious competence, then unconscious competence. So what are those different stages? Unconscious incompetence is being unconscious, not knowing that you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. First step, you don't know what you don't know. That's why you have to be humble. That's why you got to take things slow. That's why you can't take this video, can't take this information and be like, oh yeah, I know it. I've heard it before. No. Because you don't know what you don't know. And these concepts, these principles go so much deeper than what we actually think. I myself am still learning. I'm not even sure if I should be giving out this information because I myself I'm not exactly approved to teach this information. I didn't have somebody to come to me and say, oh yeah, you're ready to teach. No. I'm giving this information knowing it's going to come in pieces. So please receive it in that way. These are just pieces to the puzzle. I'm just trying to get you started on a journey that even I don't know where I'm going to end up. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with this video. I don't know what I'm going to do with this channel. I have no idea. But I know it's going to work. I know something's going to work. Because I know my why. I know why I'm doing it. Yeah. Yep. The how doesn't matter. Remember, the how doesn't matter. It's the why. But yeah, the 4 steps to learning. Unconscious competence. Unconscious incompetence. Conscious incompetence. That's when you know you don't know. So you start off with, I don't know what I don't know. Then you know that you don't know anything. Right? That's you right now, for example, learning new information. You know that you don't know stuff. So you're learning. Then you have conscious competence. That's when you know that you know. You're learning it. You know that you know. And unconscious competence, the last step, you just know it. You become it. You are the essence of these principles. You don't just know them anymore. You are the principal. And that is the state that we all want to be in. These superstars, these top athletes, they become the top 1%. You have to become the top 1%. And that's what that last step is. Mastering it to the point where you become it. You're no longer consciously thinking about it. You're not applying it every moment, right? It's like tying your shoe. You're tying the lace, right? You're tying them, flipping it, and you got to tell yourself, okay, yeah, I got to move this way and do it this way and do it this way. At this point, you should be able to learn. At this point, you should be able to just tie your shoe without thinking about it. You just, boom, done. Because you know it. You just know it. So those are the 4 key principles. Oh, wait. Hermes, you said there was 5. Yes. Oh, you were paying attention. Yes, I did say there was 5. The 5th step is to master them all. Master the basics. Master the basics. These are the basics given to me by the Jinn program within the Wish is Your Command. I'm not claiming these principles as mine. I'm just the messenger. And I highly suggest you check out this book. This is not a sponsor. It's not a sponsor at all. This is me coming to you, telling you, if you want to change your life, if you want to experience real success, check out the Jinn program. Check out the Wish is Your Command. Check it out. Check it out. So, little summary before we end this video. Remember that whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve. Remember to not let anyone steal your dreams. Keep your dreams to yourself until they manifest. The 4 principles of success is: who do you listen to? Who do you listen to? Listen to the people that have what you want. Teachability index. What is your willingness to learn? What is your willingness to accept change? The training balance scale. The thoughts and the action. The balance between the two. Remember that thoughts are 99.9% of the work. And 4, the 4 steps of learning. You can apply this to anything. Remember, the 4 steps of learning are unconscious incompetence, conscious competence. Unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and unconscious competence. Master them all, and you will master your life. You will be the genie of your life. And then you can teach it to others eventually. I recommend learning this, practice it, manifest a few things here and there, and have fun with it, and show it to someone else, because we all deserve to live out our most wildest dreams. My name is Hermes, and I will catch you in the next video. Have a good one. Stay blessed. Stay mindful. And remember to always be yourself, because authenticity is the highest frequency. Check out the Jinn Global Information Network, because they're amazing and you're amazing. So check them out.